Scorpio. Hi. How are you doing? Let's check out your predictions for the week of October 18th. I'm the Scorpio Stellium. I'm your no bullshit tarot card reader. Not only do I do your predictions, but I also teach you how to read tarot as I go along and pull the astrology into it as well. And at the end of every read, I let you do a pick a card for what message you need to hear right now. So let's jump into your reading. Oh, okay. That's not bad. All right, you are committed to something, committing to something, committed to something. All right, let's check it out. So we start off the first line, we go chronologically, starting at the beginning of the week and working our way down through the week. And how we're starting out here is with the Hierophant, the reversed Two of Swords, and the Hermit. So what do we get with this combination here? All right, the first thing is we have the Hierophant. It's ruled by Taurus. You may be dealing with some Taurians this week. Also, Virgo's in the picture. Aries is in the picture. Let's see. We got some Sag energy a bit here. Virgo shows up a couple times. So let's jump in. So the Hierophant is commitment here. It's following the typical advice. It's following the orthodox path. A lot of times it's marriage. But the longer that I read, the more I see this card as commitment. When somebody is committed to something or committing to you, either way, this could be the balance that we're striking this week. Because now we've got the reverse Two of Swords, which I like to see here. It's like the indecision has passed. When it's upright, the Two of Swords, it is like, oh, we're at a stalemate. We don't know which way to go. We don't know what to do. And you're resolving that situation. So either you are seeing commitment in your life from someone else or you're making the commitment. Either way, that's the name of the game here. And then we have the Hermit next to it. Now this Hermit here is standing in this place showing you that the internal wisdom that you have had, this belief that you've held in your heart, is what is creating your reality now. You may have been told from other people, like, hey, this isn't a good idea, or they may not have fully put their trust in you, or they may have said, no, this person is out of your life, you need to let it go. Whatever that thing is for you, and remember, these are general readings, so they're going to apply a little differently for everybody. So you take what resonates, you leave what doesn't, but nonetheless, we have you really following your own voice. You know, you're marching to the beat of your own drummer and you're committed to it. That is why you're no longer in a holding pattern. Okay, this would be upright, the holding pattern, the Two of Swords. We're not in the holding pattern anymore. We move down to the middle of the week. We have the reversed Queen of Wands, the Emperor, and the Eight of Pentacles. All right, a little bit interesting because the Emperor, ruled by Air or associated with Aries in astrology, the Emperor is power, okay? It's having control over something. It's establishing structure and boundaries, which I think is beautiful to have in the middle of your spread because it's showing me, again, that you're committed to making something work. Next to it, the Eight of Pentacles is you're putting in the work. You actually have the skill set that you need, and we're going to see that reemphasized again in another card, which I'll get to. But you are putting in the everyday labor that needs to be done to make something happen. You're building something really cool right now. That's what I'm feeling, and you are committed to it. It could be a relationship. It could be a business. It could be your career in general. It could be relationships, you know, that are not romantic, but you're committed to making them work. And that's because you have told yourself, this is what I want to do, and you're sticking with that commitment. But the reverse Queen of Swords is what's a little peculiar here. We're going to come back and clarify her in just a second. But the Queen of Swords reversed is when we really are taking, so all the queens, I'm going to back up for a second and explain the queens to you. All of the queens are of water, but they also have their own suit. So the suit of air, swords, is mental processing, thoughts and logic, reasoning, all of that, okay? But we're doing it along with emotions. So the Queen of Swords is a nice blend of using your head and your heart. She's reversed here. So I feel like there's something missing. And what I feel like is missing, just based on the suits of the cards that I have in front of me, because I have no cup cards. I have no emotion-based cup cards in this. I have a lot of pentacles, which is the daily, everyday grind. I have a lot of air, the sword cards. So I have the mental thought process going along with it, the communication skills. What is missing for me is the emotion, the heart behind it. So I might ask you to take a step back and reevaluate a few things this week and think about, why are you doing what you're doing? Have you gotten away from the purpose? Have you gotten away from the reason behind your hustle, really? Have you gotten away from that? Because sometimes we get so caught up in what we're doing, we forget why we're doing it, why we're sold out to this. It doesn't mean that the reason that you're sold out to it is a bad reason. It just means that to continue forward on your path, you got to bring the heart and soul back into it, okay? Down at the last line here, we have the Magician. And that's why I wanted to say, having these two come right after each other, the Eight of Pentacles, having the mastery, the skill, and the hard work that you need in the mix, and the Magician, the willpower to do it. You know how to make things happen. You're sitting here going, I know exactly what I want, and I know how the fuck to go after it, and I'm gonna do it. Come hell or high water. I know, I'm a Scorpio. I know how it is. Come hell or high water, I'm gonna do it. You have the Eight of Wands next to this Magician as well, which I also really like, because it is applying force to something. The Eight of Wands is, oftentimes I see it as messages, and this is a communication card as well with the Magician. So you could be receiving some messages. You could be talking to people about what it is you're trying to get done, and finding some people to collaborate with you, finding some people to help you, talking more with your romantic partner about what you're trying to accomplish within the relationship, or the person that you want, that you're idealizing. You could be talking to them and being like, hey, let's make something happen. Let's put some plans on the book. But this can also be where you are just applying force and a lot of it. And that's how this really is reading to me, because it does seem very much about your passions and the things that you really want to go after in life. Having the Eight of Wands here is like, you're all in. You're like pedal to the metal, baby. But the only caveat that I have here is the reversed Judgment card, which Judgment upright is when we get a call, when we have something that just like the heavens part, and suddenly we're like, that's what I need to go after. That's what I need to do. I understand my purpose. It's also about like being revitalized when you like were run down and you were just like, I don't want to keep pushing. I don't want to keep doing it anymore. The Judgment card upright is the one that says, okay, now we're breathing life back into it. Like we're on the chest with the CPR singing Staying Alive. Okay, I won't do it because I'm going to be nice to you this time and I won't sing. But you feel me? That's what it is upright. It's reversed here. It makes me again think that you've maybe lost the reason behind why you're doing something, or you've lost sight of it and you need to reconnect with it. So let's go ahead and pull some cards to clarify the meaning and get more information on this spread. Okay, let's take a look at the Hierophant right up top, because I'm seeing this as being committed to something. It's funny, the longer you read tarot, the more some of the cards are going to take up their own nuanced meaning that wasn't necessarily exactly the way that you taught it, but you see it show up in situations so frequently in a particular way that you're like, I get it. And that's when the cards really start to talk to you. And so you may not see the Hierophant exactly that way, because that's not, I'm going to be quite frank with you, the book listing of the interpretations of that card. It does have a connotation of commitment because it's oftentimes a marriage card, but this is something I see it show up like this all the time. So I'm just sharing that little tip with you. So it is clarified by the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands, this is when we are assuming that we're going to be victorious. Okay, we know that success is at hand, and so we keep going along that path. And I think that the path that you're on is the right path for you, for sure. Again, it's just, hey, don't miss the reason behind why you're doing it. So let's go ahead and clarify The Hermit, this is your internal wisdom, where you know what's up. Okay. For a lot of you, this is going to be, because I pulled the reverse, first I pulled the Lovers, then I pulled the reverse Devil. Okay, which to me, I think that the reverse Devil was really just clarifying that this is pure. These choices that you're making, especially if they're about romance, are with the best of intentions. It's something that you feel, heart and soul and bodily. It's like you know that this is what you were supposed to be after, or who you're supposed to be with, or what's meant in your life. And nobody is going to be able to talk you out of that. Now, I know that I said that this may not be about love for all of you, but it is going to be that way for some of you. You have to remember, it's going to apply different ways to different people. So when it is not about a romantic partner this week, the Lovers takes on the connotation of choice and making good decisions. All right, so this is giving you the idea that we are blending two worlds together and you're making good decisions in how you're managing everything. So your choices are the right ones. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify the reverse Queen of Swords. Dropping cards. I'm going to have to go get that one because it just like flew out and then ran away from me. Maybe it doesn't want me to get it. I don't know. Okay, reversed Ten of Pentacles. Oh, big reach. And the Magician. I saw it on the floor, so I'm going to turn it the way it landed on the floor. The Magician, the reverse Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so once again, you do have the tools and the willpower to accomplish this. What I feel with the reverse Ten of Pentacles is that it is a delay. It's not a you not getting what you want. It's telling you that there is total abundance. There is amazing things coming in your life, but you may be getting a little impatient about it. You know, you're like not quite there yet. I also feel that for some of you, there's going to be disapproval in your life because the Queen of the Queen of Swords is what we're clarifying. And this may be somebody who is kind of against you. They may not think that your idea or your drive is really headed in the right direction. They might want to see you do something different. So it's like, hey, I don't think you should take that job. I don't think you should quit this job. I don't think you should marry that person. I don't think you should start this business. It's the naysayers, okay? And I think that you may be struggling, some of you, with disapproval. That's okay. Haters gonna hate, right? Okay, let's go ahead and clarify the reverse Judgment. I'm really, really curious about this one. And I'm gonna pull 3 cards for it. Or however many come out. There's 2. Let's see what we got. Okay. I got you. All right. Yeah. All right. Fine then. I'm trying to not get offended at my own reading, but you know, it's okay. Because I'm a Scorpio, I'm going to take it personally. I can't help it. The Four of Swords is about rest. Okay. Taking a break. The reverse Ten of Cups, reversed Ten of Cups. This is when we need to probably pay a little bit more attention to certain people in our lives, our family, our kids, our spouse, you know, because we hit things a little hard. I don't know about you, but I know me, and I've got a lot of Scorpio in my chart. And so if you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, a key word there is obsessive. When we want something, we really, really hit it hard and we do not back down. And it is determination, which is a fabulous thing to have, but it can be at the risk of something else. The reverse the reversed Sun here is talking about burnout. So I think, again, this is why we need to make sure that we connect to the reason that we started it in the first place. And we also need to make sure that we are not neglecting the people in our life that are there for us. And lastly, we don't have to listen to the haters. We don't have to listen to the naysayers. We can still go after what we want, but we have to do it with some balance, okay? All right, so that's the reading for the week. Let's go ahead and do your message from the universe. The message you need to hear right now. I'm going to pull a different deck for this. Okay, we've got card 1, card 2, and card 3. So I'm going to say them again. So you choose your card for your message of what you need to hear right now. 1, 2, 3. All right. You can pause if you need to, but I'm going to jump in. The Fool is the card for the first position. The Fool here is telling me that you are ready to leap. You're ready to run. You're ready to go off into the distance and do these big, amazing, beautiful things. And it's telling you it's great. It's great to have that much enthusiasm for life and be totally ready for whatever comes. However, you need to make sure that you are not leaving anything out, that you're checking your boxes, that you're not behaving foolishly so that you have the money saved, or that you're making the investments in your relationships that you need to make, that you're just basically taking care of practicality as well as taking care of your dreams. You have to find the right balance there. For the second card, if you chose number 2, the Four of Waters, which is the same as the Four of Cups, this is cautioning you here a little bit. It's maybe a little bit of a reprimand, but hey, it is what it is. Saying don't forget your blessings. Don't forget the things that you have that are going for you in life. Don't get so focused on that one thing that you're working towards or that one thing that you don't have that you forget all of the amazing things that you do have. And the third card is the Three of Wheels, which is the same as the Three of Pentacles. Your message here is that you are good at what you do. You are capable. You are worthy of being acknowledged for what you do. You've got some ambition here. You've got the drive, and you're going to be seen for that. If you're not being seen for that, then fuck them and go find somebody who's going to see you for that, baby, because you are amazing. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to see you again next week.